This is the OTB Network.
Hello everyone and welcome to a busy edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. We've just completed the holiday weekend and we have got a lot of stakes racing action to bring to you, and we are going to begin at Calder with the Memorial Day Handicap, a grade 3 $100,000 mile and a 16th for the older horses. Let's head to Calder in Monday's running of the Memorial Day Handicap.
And they're off in the Memorial Day Handicap. A perfect start. Toward the far outside, that's Hear No Evil that rushes out for the lead. Who's Crying Now in the middle of the track? Pre-Dawn Raid to the outside. Then moving through along the inside is Fritzy's Romulo. Another length back through the rail, that's Twilight Road. Then from between horses, it's Kiss a Native. It's a half length back to the outside. Patriotic Flame moves up with Vercade. Then it's two more lengths, Super Frolic, Super Blitz on the outside. A length to the rail, it's Dancing Guy, and 2 lengths to trailer, Gold Dollar. They went the first quarter in 23-2. They straighten out for the run up the backstretch. Hear No Evil leads by 2.5. Pre-Dawn Raid's in second position, 4 lengths back to the outside. Who's Crying Now? Inside of him, it's Romulo's Fritzy. A length back to the rail, it's Twilight Road. Vercade to the outside between horses, Patriotic Flame. Then it's 2 lengths back to Super Blitz. Just inside of him, it's Super Frolic. They've got about 9 lengths to make up. Then it's 3 more lengths. That's Kiss a Native. A length to the outside, Dancing Guy. At the rail, Gold Dollar. The half, 47 seconds flat. They move to the 3/8 pole now. Hear No Evil now trying to steal it, has opened up a 4-length lead. Pre-Dawn Raid's in second position. Romulo's Fritzy comes on next, then toward the outside. Moving up toward the outside, that's Who's Crying Now. 3/4 in 1:11.4. Less than a quarter of a mile to go in the Memorial Day Handicap. With the lead, Hear No Evil. Down the middle of the track, moving up next, comes Twilight Road. They come past the 8th pole, and it's now Twilight Road that has the lead and moves off to open up 2. Hear No Evil is still a clear second. It's Twilight Road and Phil Teeter. They're going to take the Memorial Day Handicap by about 4.
Twilight Road picking up the victory here, just over 7-1, drawing clear nicely by 5 after making a nice 4-wide move, sweeping turn into the home stretch under Phil Teeter. Twilight Road, a 7-year-old chestnut gelding, won a stakes race at Calder in April. Now running his record to 10 for 42. Loves the Calder racing surface down there. He is a 7-year-old chestnut son of Cahill Road from Glory's Light by Halo, bred in Kentucky by Myra Ball, owned by Donnemeyer Farm and trained by David Fox. Ridden to victory by Phil Teeter. Twilight Road covers the mile and a 16th at Calder in 1:45.3. We're going to head next to Philadelphia Park, a track which has received an awful lot of attention in the last few weeks as a result of the success of Smarty Jones. This time we're going to be taking a look at the Donald Levine Memorial Handicap, a grade 3 sprint for older horses, $100,000, and a lot of shippers in on this race for the holiday weekend. Let's head down to Philadelphia and the running of the Donald Levine.
And they're off. It is Kazoo who shows first. Crossing Point with good speed from the outside. And Kazoo and Crossing Point are stride for stride in the early going. 2 lengths back to Spooky Mulder and Secret Run. Those two are heads apart, 3rd and 4th, 2 lengths in front of Richie Rich. It's already about 4 back to both Peeping Tom and Highway Prospector. Opening quarter into the wind was 22 flat. They're heading for the far turn. Kazoo on the inside, Crossing Point on the outside. They continue to go head to head. A length and a half to Spooky Boulder, who's getting a good trip on the outside. And now moving up a closer 3rd, Richie Rich, revving up with a 3-wide bid from 4th. Secret Run is just in behind the front runners and looms a dangerous 5th. Peeping Tom still with 5 to make up, and Highway Prospector beginning to lengthen his stride at the back of the pack. This one's wide open as they turn for home. Kazoo at the inside, Crossing Point between horses. Here comes Richie Rich on the outside. Richie Rich to take the lead. Crossing Point try to battle back. Secret Run has nowhere to go. On the outside, Highway Prospector kicks in late. Richie Rich has the lead. Peeping Tom coming fast. Peeping Tom exploding late. Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom, he might not be quite the horse that he was a couple of years ago, but he can still get the job done here, rallying from far back to just get up by a half a length over the favorite Highway Prospector. Richie Rich, outrun in the early going, did come wide and finish in the third spot at 11-1. The winner, Peeping Tom, second choice in the wagering here, was the victor here by a half at a very nice price, over $10 for a horse shipping in from Graded Stakes Company in New York. Peeping Tom, a 7-year-old gelded son of Eagle Eyed from Artful Pleasure by Nasty and Bold, was bred in Kentucky by Finney and Taylor. Owned by the Flatbird Stable and trained by Pat Reynolds. Ridden to victory by Ariel Smith, Peeping Tom covers the 6 furlongs at Philadelphia in 1:11 flat. We're going to stay in the Mid-Atlantic and this time head to New Jersey. Monmouth Park opened their summer season on Saturday with the running of the Red Bank Handicap, a grade 3 on the turf for older horses, $100,000 the purse. Let's head down to New Jersey and the running of the Red Bank.
All in line. They're racing in the Red Bank and off to a great start. Wouldn't You Know It is going out to the front. Navasink away second from the inside. American Freedom is right there with Burning Roma and Tam's Terms, 2 back, and then comes Spruce Run just outside of Pisces. 2.5 farther back to Stormy Roman, and then it's Remind, followed by Ground Saving Chili Rooster, and the early trailer is Sardau Car. His stablemate leads the way. Wouldn't You Know It in front by 2.5 over Burning Roma and going quickly through a quarter in 23 and 2/5 seconds over the Good Going. Another 2 lengths farther back to Tam's Terms in third, 5.5 from the front, and Hard Held Early outside of Navasink. American Freedom is back there in fifth. He has 6.5 to make up. Another 2.5 farther back to Spruce Run. And then comes Pisces, Remind just to the outside. Stormy Roman, and now Sardau Cars out of last, having gone by Chili Rooster. They tighten up after a 46 2/2 mile, and it's Wouldn't You Know It and Chuck Lopez, 1.5 lengths in front. Clear sailing for Burning Roma, and there he goes, second on the outside. Tam's Terms is third. Then Navasink along the rail. American Freedom, Remind, Stormy Roman outside of him. And then comes Spruce Run, followed by Sardau Car, Pisces, and Chili Rooster, and they're into the stretch. And there's Burning Roma right to the outside of Wouldn't You Know It. They hook up in the final furlong, and Burning Roma goes right by. Wouldn't You Know It back to second. American Freedom, Remind is coming on now. Burning Roma, Remind is closing. Burning Roma, 1.5 lengths. Remind still coming. Burning Roma, Remind hit the wire. It looked like Burning Roma, but it's close. Remind was right there. Then American Freedom, and then came Stormy Roman.
Burning Roma, who has been a very solid horse since switching on to the turf, a nice mid-level turf horse at the middle distances here, wins by a head over a game Remind with American Freedom back in the third spot. Remind rallied very strongly off the pace. The Burning Roma close to the early pace, as is his usual running style, the long shot completing the top 3, but a very exciting stretch run with these two, and Burning Roma getting the head bob victory. Burning Roma is a 6-year-old bay horse, a son of Rubiano from While Rome Burns by Overskate. He was bred in Kentucky by William S. Farish Jr., owned by Harold Queen and trained by Heather Giglio. Ridden to victory by Jesus Castanon, Burning Roma covers the mile on the turf course labeled good in 1:34 and 3. We're going to head back to the Jersey Shore now for the running of the Jersey Derby on Monday. This is a grade $300,000 mile and a 16th on the turf for the 3-year-olds. Let's head back down to New Jersey in the running of the Jersey Derby.
Racing in the Jersey Derby, and Master William refused to break. He was about 10 lengths behind the field. Master William off to a very slow beginning. Newligan had the best start. He goes out to the front. Lippon from the inside. Away running in second position. 1.5 lengths back to Icy Atlantic. Then Grand Heritage Commendation. Shining Hawk to the outside. And 15 lengths back to Master William, who broke well behind the field. They make their way toward the clubhouse turn. The first quarter, 24 and 4/5 seconds. And Newligan is setting the fractions. He's in front comfortably by 2.5 lengths over Lippon, running in second by 1.5 lengths. Shining Hawk third to the outside of Icy Atlantic, and then it's Grand Heritage along the rail, a gap of 2 back to Commendation, and way back there is Master William. On to the backstretch, and Newligan's out there by himself. Chris DiCarlo and Newligan opening up by 5 lengths, and they went a half in 48 and 4/5 seconds. And then it's Lippon with Shining Hawk just to the outside. Gap of another 2 to Icy Atlantic. Grand Heritage is next. Newligan's come back to them a bit. The lead is down to 2. Grand Heritage is only 4 behind. Commendation is just in behind them, beginning to roll, and Master Williams still well outrun. Heading into the far turn, Newligan's lead 3/4 of a length. Lippon second, Shining Hawk to the outside. A 4 wide strong run now from Icy Atlantic, and he's getting involved. Then Grand Heritage Commendation swings up on the far outside, and they're into the stretch. It's Newligan, Icy Atlantic to the outside. Lippon is running in third, and then Grand Heritage and Commendation. It's Icy Atlantic and Chuck Lopez in front close to home. Commendation finishing well, but Icy Atlantic has it won. Icy Atlantic wins the Jersey Derby by a length and a half over Commendation and then Grand Heritage.
Icy Atlantic continues his streak now, coming in off of 2 nice wins in at New York at Aqueduct. Switches gears, heads down to the Jersey Shore, picks up a victory down there in a close-up position, rated just behind the pace, drawing clear after moving 5 wide. Under Chucky Lopez, Commendation ran well from well off the pace. Grand Heritage, who has been a pretty consistent stakes horse in the turf division, ended up with a solid third. The start was, I would say, marred. Master William never really broke. He did well and never really got off at all, so he finished last. A little bit of a disappointing performance for fans of Michael Dickinson. The winner, Icy Atlantic, is a bay 3-year-old son of Stormy Atlantic from Frosty Promise by Frosty the Snowman. He was bred in Florida by Arthur Appleton. He is owned by Mr. Appleton and trained by Todd Pletcher. Ridden to victory by C.C. Lopez. Icy Atlantic covers the mile and a 16th on the good turf in 1:44 and 2. We're going to head to Churchill Downs now, where on Saturday they contested the Early Times Mint Julep, a Grade 3 $150,000 event for older fillies and mares on the turf. There was concern about the turf course after bad weather throughout the central portion of Kentucky last week. Nonetheless, it was run on a firm turf. Let's head down to Kentucky and the running of the Early Times Mint Julep.
A flag is up. 2 Dots Slew acting up. Off and running in the Early Times Mint Julep. 2 Dots Slew rushing out to take the early lead from River Flower on the inside right there, racing second. They're joined now by Sand Springs will track 3 wide from third. Kitty's Legend settles down at the hedge in fourth. Chacanage moving forwardly in fifth. Stay Forever racing sixth, Daddle on the inside, followed by Daisyago now. Then it's Odd 3 wide and 2 back to Pat Day and Eternal Melody who trails. Rounding the first turn, 2 Dots Slew at 10-1 leads it clear by 2 to Sand Springs on her heels now second. Long shot River Flower back into third on the inside. Kitty's Legend fourth. There goes Daisyago up into contention early. 3 wide Chacanage on the inside. Eternal Melody starting to move up between fillies now. Then it's Odd second last and Stay Forever at the back of the pack. 9 lengths off the pace. A well-bunched group up the backside. Quarter 24 and 1. The half in 48 and 3/5 seconds. Just over a half mile to go. 2 Dots Slew a length in front now. Sand Springs inching closer with every stride in second. Daisyago third. Kitty's Legend fourth. River Flower mired down along the inside. Next by 2 to Eternal Melody. Odd starts to stoke up a rally 3 wide, and here she comes now to the outside of Chacanage. Stay Forever continues to trail at the back of the pack as they wide to the top of the lane. Single file. 2 Dots Slew been in front all the way. Length and a half clear of Sand Springs, who's shaking up to get to her now second. Here comes Eternal Melody up into third on the inside. She's starting to fly. River Flower along the inside. Final furlong. Sand Springs is cut loose by Guidry, and Sand Springs is taking the lead. Sand Springs, Eternal Melody charging hard at the hedge, and Stay Forever flying from dead last. Final 16th now. Sand Springs full out drive up the inside. Eternal Melody. Stay Forever flying late. Stay Forever from last to first.
Stay Forever and Eddie Castro up from Florida for the mount and get the victory from off the pace. This horse won the Hollywood Wildcat Breeders' Cup down at Calder earlier on this year. This was her first victory in her first start outside of the state of Florida, and she got the job done by a half over the game Sand Springs. Eternal Melody rallying from off the pace after being sluggish in the early going, finishing in the third spot. The lukewarm favorite, Odd, quite disappointing, never really getting into the hunt, running 4 to 5 wide throughout. and running 7th in the field of 9. The winner, Stay Forever, is a chestnut 6-year-old daughter of Stack from Forever Lady by Forever Sparkle. She was bred in Florida by the Santa Cruz Ranch, owned by the breeder and trained by Marty Wolfson. Ridden to victory by Eddie Castro, Stay Forever covers the mile and a 16th on the firm turf in 1:42 and 3. We're going to skip ahead now to Monday's stakes feature at Churchill Downs because they, although they were able to run the Mint Julep in very nice conditions on Saturday, due to severe weather conditions, they did cancel the racing at Churchill Downs after race number 3 on Sunday. The Dogwood Stakes will be rescheduled. In the meantime, we're going to move forward to Monday in the running of the Louisville Handicap, a grade $300,000 for the turfers going a distance of ground. Let's head back to Kentucky in the running of the Louisville Handicap.
Off then running in the Louisville Handicap. Silverfoot broke on top. Dia Alegre right there. They're joined quickly by Feel the Wind. And Feel the Wind rushing out to get ahead in front. Kim Loves Bucky forwardly placed as well with Long Shot. Got a Beach Boy. Art Variety next by a couple. Rochester settling down at the hedge. Ballingerry. He settles down second last by 2 to Long Shot. Spruce Hero who trails. Rounding the first turn, it's Feel the Wind, the Long Shot, and Johnny McKee opening up off the rail in front by nearly 2. Dia Alegre will join him from the inside, second by 2. Got a Beach Boy third, Kim Loves Bucky 4. Silverfoot fifth to the inside. And by that, Art Variety inching up into contention, passing the stands for the first time. 2.5 back to Rochester now. Behind that comes an unhurried Ballingerry second last, and Spruce Hero continues at the back of the pack, passing the stand for the first time, opening quarter 25 and 4/5 seconds. Feel the Wind just tugging Johnny McKee along, opening up by 3. Dia Alegre second to the inside. Art Variety cuts the corner, moves up a closer third now. Kim Loves Bucky's 5 lengths off the pace, racing 4. Silverfoot is next. Then Long Shot Got a Beach Boy. Behind that comes Rochester. 3 back to Ballingerry, the favorite. Unhurried second last and 10 lengths off the pace. Another 5 back to Spruce Hero who trails half and 50 flat up the backside. Feel the Wind in front by 2. Dia Alegre, these 2 long shots showing the way. Kim Loves Bucky inching up into third. Art Variety up the inside in tight quarters in fourth. Got a Beach Boy in fifth, but losing some ground. Silverfoot inching by that one to the inside. Then Rochester. Still an unhurried Mark Guidry on Ballingerry. And 5 back to Spruce Hero. Through 6 furlongs in 1:15 and 1. And rounding the far turn now. It's Dia Alegre taking the lead from Feel the Wind back into second. Here comes Kim Loves Bucky. First crack at the front runners. Far outside, Silverfoot gears it up. Rochester splitting horses with a good run now. Art Variety's up the inside. Ballingerry swung wide for the drive by Guidry, but gaining good ground in the stretch drive. They're bunching up, and Rochester taking the lead. Rochester now opening up by 2. Silverfoot second. Art Variety. Ballingerry now with clear sailing on the far outside has 5 to make up and a furlong to do it. It's Rochester in front by a length and a half. Silverfoot running at him. Rochester, Silverfoot lunging. Rochester digs in. Silverfoot a final surge at him. Whoa! Too close to call.
Silverfoot making his stakes debut, a winning one by a nose over the Old Pro Rochester. A distance-loving sort, if ever there was one, has all of his very best races have come in Kentucky, but here he just gets nipped. Favored Ballingerry rallies from well off the pace to finish in the third spot. The winner, Silverfoot, is a gray or roan 4-year-old son of With Approval from Northern Silver by Silver Ghost. Bred in Kentucky by Stephanie Clark and owned by Chrysalis Stables Limited. Trained by Dallas Stewart and ridden to victory by Robbie Alvarado, Silverfoot covers the mile and 3/8 on the turf course labeled Yielding in 2:17 and 3. We're going to pause now for a brief message. When we return, we'll be remaining in the Midwest, heading to Chicago and then to Grand Prairie, Texas. Please stay tuned.
We tried telling you nicely.
Get with the program.
Then we got a little bolder.
Get with the program.
Now we're practically shouting.
Get with the program. New York Bred.
And here are some of the reasons why. New York Breds race for purses and incentives exceeding $40 million. New York Bred yearling prices have risen significantly, bucking the national trend. The New York Stallion Stakes Series has expanded to 8 races worth a combined $1.25 million. New York Bred Restricted Stakes have grown from $75,000 to $100,000 at both Belmont and Saratoga. And they're doing okay in open company. Isn't it time for you to get with the program? The New York Breeding and Racing Program.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue now with stakes racing action from Chicago. Arlington Park's running of the Hanshin Handicap, a grade $300,000 flat mile. Let's head to Arlington and the running of the Hanshin.
Away and running in the Hanshin Cup. Attack the books and apt to be from those outside gates. Crafty Shaw's right there. Up the near side, here's Wiggins, Coach Jimmy Lee, then Kodima, and Fighting Indians has dropped down to last. A compact field as they run through the first furlong. It's Wiggins from the rail, forging just in front of Crafty Shaw as these milers now meet up with this main course. Defending champion, apt to be, is right there up and on the pace running third. Coach Jimmy Lee, fourth at the rail. Kodima settles in fifth, and Kodima is not that far off this pace. Attack the books is 5 from these leaders, and Fighting Indians is last of all. The opening quarter in 23 and 4. They head toward the half-mile pole. Wiggins in front of Crafty Shaw, who's just outside of Wiggins' neck. 4 furlongs to run now in this 52nd Hanshin Cup. The half in 47 and 1. Going toward the far turn. Wiggins, Crafty Shaw still 1-2. Apt to be right there. A dangerous presence in third now for the final 3 furlongs. Coach Jimmy Lee is up close in fourth. Kodima also within range. Attack the books, forfeiting a lot of ground. Attack the books will be forced around Kodima, and Fighting Indians has trailed as they come past the quarter pole. 3 quarters, 1:11 and 1, top of the stretch, and Crafty Shaw has come away in front. Apt to be now, brought to the attack on the outside. Wiggins has dropped back. Kodima down the middle of the track with Attack the Books. They're just above the 16th pole. Craig Perrette with Crafty Shaw running out in front of Apt to be, then Kodima. They're coming down toward the wire. It's Crafty Shaw nearing the $1 million mark. He wins the Hanshin Cup.
Crafty Shaw, one of the hardest hitting stars on the Midwest circuit. This guy just keeps coming back with good race after good race. He is a old 6-year-old horse that just doesn't seem to know how to run a bad race. Here gets the win as the favorite over last year's winner in this race, Apt to be, with Kodima back in the 3rd spot. Crafty Shaw is a chestnut 6-year-old son of Crafty Prospector from Hershey Chocolate by Air Forbes 1. Bred in Kentucky by Lance Robinson and owned by Charles Cello, trained by Peter Vestal and ridden to victory by Craig Perrette. Crafty Shaw covers the flat mile at Arlington in 1:35 and 1. We're going to continue with racing action from the Midwest. Head to Texas now, Lone Star Park, and a pair of graded stakes races on Monday, beginning with the WinStar Distaff Handicap, a grade 3, $200,000 event for fillies and mares on Monday, going a flat mile on turf. Let's head to Texas now and the running of the WinStar Distaff.
Racing. Breach of Promise off awkwardly, and Cat Dog On getting right back towards the tail. Cat's Cat and Super High showing the most early speed, followed closely by Jane Ian and Fudge Fatale coming along the inside. Fudge Fatale now engaging Cat's Cat for the lead. Super High is going to let them go and now drops back 2 lengths away third, with Jane Ian crossing into a lovely spot fourth. Mexican Moonlight fifth, around due to win again from Tatia, Baduncan, Cat Dog On. And then comes Academic Angel, 14 off the pace, 2 to Breach of Promise with Cherylville Slew. Fudge Fatale leading at the 5/8 pole, a length and 3/4. Cat's Cat running second, Super High 3 off. A length and a half to Jane Ian, Mexican Moonlight outside, due to win again. 2 lengths Baduncan, 3 deep around Tatia and Cat Dog On, followed by Academic Angel, Cherylville Slew and Breach of Promise, the last pair. Fudge Fatale setting a very brisk tempo, and the WinStar Distaff takes them off the back stretch, a length in front of Cat's Cat from Super High, and Jane Ian on the outside now ranging up to third within a length of the lead. But Duncan's coming around the outside, due to win again's on the fence in the purple, followed by Cat Dog On, who's got 5 to make up. Academic Angel heads the remainder. Turning into the stretch, Cat's Cat goes to the lead from Fudge Fatale, but Jane Ian breezes up on the outside. Jane Ian now hits the front, followed down the outside by Academic Angel, who's putting in a spurt. About 150 yards to go. Jane Ian confronted by Academic Angel, Sellers and Asmussen for their 4th stakes win of the day, as Academic Angel bests Jane Ian by a length, with Cat Dog On the inside finishing third. Cherylville Slew bobbing into the superfecta.
Academic Angel getting the job done here by 3/4 of a length at 11-1. 3-1 Janian back in the 2nd spot, with Cat Dog On the favorite in the field. Urged along in the early going, splitting rivals late, making a willing bid, but finishing short by about a length and a half to the top two finishers. A bit of a disappointing performance for Cat Doggone, shipping out of California, although she has certainly had a terrific season. The winner, Academic Angel, picking up her first graded stakes win, is a 5-year-old bay mare, a daughter of Royal Academy, from Magic Lass by Damascus. She was bred in Kentucky by the Cashmark Farm and is owned by Cash Asmussen, trained by Steve Asmussen, and ridden to victory by Shane Sellers. Academic Angel covers the flat mile on the turf course at Lone Star in 1:35 and 4. We're going to head right back to Lone Star now for the running of the Lone Star Park Handicap. Again, a grade 3 for older horses, $300,000, a mile and a 16th on the main track. Let's head back to Texas now in the running of the Lone Star Handicap.
Racing. Keeler steps away beautifully with Yes Sir, General Sir on the outside, immediately going to the front. Spanish Empire is close handy on the fence. St. Buddy 3 wide, 2 lengths off the early lead. And 2 lengths to Sonic West with Maysville Slew. Yes Sir, General Sir crosses to the rail and leads at the 7/8 pole by 1 length to Keeler. St. Buddy is a neck back out 3 wide, followed by Spanish Empire, drifting 5 lengths off the pace. He's followed by Sonic West, and Maysville Slew brings up the rear. 6 furlongs left to go. Yes Sir, General Sir is the trailblazer by 1 length to Keeler and ahead to St. Buddy. Neither the second nor the third horse letting the leader too far out in front. And there's a bit of pressure on at the 5/8 pole. It's Yes Sir, General Sir just over a length from Keeler and St. Buddy in close attendance. Spanish Empire's now 5 lengths back in fourth, followed by Sonic West and Maysville Slew 4 lengths further astern. Off the back stretch they go. It's Yes Sir, General Sir throwing them down in bold fashion. Keeler niggled at by Noosh as the leader creeps 2.5 lengths clear. St. Buddy on the outside running third, 2.5 lengths to Sonic West on the inside. And he's followed closely by Spanish Empire and Maysville Slew 7 lengths last. At the quarter pole, Yes Sir, General Sir, 6 lengths from Keeler. Sonic West on the inside, and then wider out to Spanish Empire. St. Buddy is capitulating at the 8th pole in the Lone Star Park Handicap. Yes Sir, General Sir by 6 lengths still from Spanish Empire. Keeler, Sonic West on the inside. Yes Sir, General Sir has ground them into submission. Yes Sir, General Sir wins by 2 1/4. Sonic West is second. Third,
Yes Sir, General Sir was defeated last time out here in a prep race for this race in the Texas Mile. Here turns the tables with a nice front-running effort, a win by 2 1/4 lengths at over 11-1 from Sonic West. Spanish Empire back in the third spot. The favorite Kella, who has been in terrific form this year, was 3 wide on the first turn, tracking the pace, but perhaps gave up a little bit too much room as he dropped back to finish 4th in the field of 6. Disappointing in here to me was St. Buddy, who I was waiting for a return on this guy after he had a couple of troubled trips in Southern California earlier this season. The winner, however, Yes Sir, General Sir, a 4-year-old bay-gelded son of Patton from Honeydoon by My Favorite Moment, was bred in Texas by Jim Jackson, owned by the breeder and trained by Dallas Keene. Ridden to victory by Omar Figueroa. Yes Sir, General Sir covers the mile and a 16th of the Lone Star Park Handicap in 1:41 and 1. We're going to head now to California. We're going to begin at Bay Meadows in Northern California with the running of the Seabiscuit Breeders' Cup Handicap on Monday, $100,000 for the older horses. Let's head to Bay Meadows now in the running of the Seabiscuit.
We're ready for the Seabiscuit. And there they go. It's a beautiful beginning. You gotta wanna fires out to the lead. Rebus Gold will apply pressure from his outside. And Gold Ruckus is third along the rail with Snorter right there with him. Calkins Road is the early trailer. You gotta wanna makes the pace from Rebus Gold. Snorter's outside of Gold Ruckus. Gold Ruckus has third to the rail. And at the back is Calkins Road with more than 6 to make up. You gotta wanna front running tactics employed for You Gotta Want, and he leads by 3/4 of a leg. Rebus Gold, the defending champion, is stalking from his flank as they enter the Bay Meadows backstretch run. It's more than 3 to Gold Ruckus and Snorter. They are 3rd and 4th respectively. Snorter is 1 from the rail, racing in the clear with the Pink Silks Pink Cap. The distant trailer is Calkins Road. Now he's at least 7 from the front, and the front belongs to You Gotta Wanna. It's a half a length to Rebus Gold. 23 and 1 for the opening quarter, 46 seconds for the half. You gotta wanna maintains his advantage to the 3/8 over Rebus Gold, who continues to hound. Snorter races in the clear. Gold Ruckus up close to the pace along the rail. The trailer remains Calkins Road through the turn, and it's You Gotta One and Rebus Gold. It's been like this from the beginning. Snorter continues to race in the clear. He's trying to make his presence felt. Gold Ruckus is in with a chance along the inside, 2.5 from the front, and at the back is Calkins Road. 3/4, 109 and 2. Final 1/8 of a mile in the Grade 3 Seabiscuit Breeders' Cup Handicap. You Gotta Wanna puts away Rebus Gold. Here comes the stablemate Gold Ruckus. Hollendorfer's looking pretty good at the 16th. You Gotta Wanna and Gold Ruckus. You Gotta Wanna Gold Ruckus. You Gotta Wanna. He wanted to win the Seabiscuit Breeders' Cup Handicap. You Gotta Wanna wire to wire over Gold Ruckus.
You Gotta Wanna and Russell Bays, a 5-year-old horse. A lot of older horses winning big races this weekend. That's nice to see. 5-year-old getting the job done. His first graded stakes win in 2 years, although he has been a pretty hard knocker throughout the Northern California circuit for quite some time. Winning by 3/4 of a length as the favorite over Gold Ruckus, with Snorter back in the 3rd spot after running a little bit of a one-paced effort. The winner, You Gotta Wanna, is a 5-year-old chestnut gelding, a son of Candy's Gold from Chapel Sister by Midway Circle. Bred in California by the Halo Farm and owned by Peter Redekop and trained by Jerry Hollendorfer. Ridden to victory by Russell Bays, You Gotta Wanna covers the mile and a 16th of the Seabiscuit in 1:40 flat. We're going to pause now for one more brief message, and when we return, we'll be taking a look at stakes racing action from Southern California and returning home to New York as well. Please stay tuned.
NYBreads.com, the online home of North America's best incentive program. The latest news, updated throughout the day, plus streaming video of New York bred stakes winners. Check out the New York bred leaderboards for jockeys, trainers, owners, and breeders. Want to become an owner or breeder? Well, the New York Thoroughbred Breeders section tells you about upcoming new owner seminars and farm tours. You'll even find an online sales section with horses you can purchase right now. There's a directory of New York State farms, a stallion registry, plus up-to-date sales information complete with hip numbers and pedigree pages. Thinking of breeding your mare? First go to nybreds.com and run a hypothetical mating with any registered New York-based stallion. And finally at nybreds.com, you'll see why the New York Breeding and Racing Program is North America's best, with over $40 million a year in purses, incentives, and awards. So get with the program at nybreds.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. We're going to continue with stakes racing action now at Hollywood Park, where on Saturday they contested the Lazaro Barrera Memorial, a Grade 2 for 3-year-olds, $150,000, 7 furlongs the distance. Let's head to Hollywood Park now in the running of the Barrera.
They're off. Good start. Cape Flyaway and Don't Sell Me Short through from the inside. Wimple, Stiltskin, and Twice As Bad in the firing line. Courtnall shows speed as well. So does Evolution through from the inside. 6 of them tried for the early lead. Skip a Slew and number 1 at the back of the pack, and they mix it up the backstretch. At the rail, Evolution, Wimple, Stiltskin between horses. Twice As Bad 3 deep, and these 3 are quickest. Don't Sell Me Short is just in behind the leader, less than a length from the front. Courtnall, who broke right with the front runners, backs out of it now with Cape Flyaway just outside of him. Skip a Slew is between horses, and number 1 is at the rail as they fire into the far turn in the 11th Laz Barrera Memorial Stakes, and Evolution and Wimple Stiltskin are 1-2. It is Evolution at the rail ahead in front. Twice As Bad makes his move 3 deep, and there goes Twice As Bad, flashy to the front and to the quarter pole. Twice As Bad about to take charge. Wimple Stiltskin tries to go with him. Evolution cannot and drops out of it. Don't Sell Me Short is next. Then comes Cape Flyaway and number 1 Courtnall, and Skip a Slew and Twice As Bad is the boss at the top of the stretch. It is Twice As Bad to the final furlong. He leads by 2.5 lengths. Wimple Stiltskin continues to chase in second. Don't Sell Me Short is third, and Cape Flyaway, but it's Twice As Bad to the 16th pole. He's 3.5 lengths in front of Wimple Stiltskin in second. Don't Sell Me Short is third. The Laz Barrera goes to Twice As Bad. Twice as bad, won by 3.5 lengths. Wimpelstiltskin was second. Don't Sell Me Short finished third, and Cape Flyaway was fourth.
Twice as bad, making his first start since last December's What a Pleasure at Calder, picking up his first stakes victory, although he has found himself in against some good ones, including a solid second to 2nd of June in the What a Pleasure. Here gets the victory by 3 as the favorite over Wimpelstiltskin, with Don't Sell Me Short rallying from a stalking position into the 3rd spot. This race was marred, unfortunately, by some trouble at the start, and then and earlier in the day, Siphonizer had been scratched. I know he was a horse a lot of people were anticipating his return to the stakes ranks, but he did scratch early in the day. As a result, Twice as Bad ends up the favorite off of the long layoff. He did not disappoint his backers. Twice as Bad is a 3-year-old gray-or-roan son of Stormy Atlantic from Two Bad Girls by Diablo. Bred in Florida by Linda Rosenblatt and owned by the Mercedes Stable Limited, trained by Vladimir Serin, and ridden to victory by Corey Nakatani. Twice as Bad covers the 7 furlongs of the Barrera in 1:21 and 2. We're going to head back to Hollywood Park now for a pair of stakes races on Memorial Day, beginning with the Gamely Breeders' Cup Handicap. A terrific race for older fillies and mares, going 1 1/8 miles. Unfortunately, drew a very short field. Let's head out to California now in the running of the Gamely.
They're off. Good start. Quero and Noches de Rosa outside and inside to the front, and Noches de Rosa will take the lead from Mike Smith. Quero concedes the lead and now sits second. Dimitrova is third, and Megahertz is already 7 lengths off Noches de Rosa as they head into the clubhouse turn. It is Noches de Rosa with mild pressure from Quero in second, and these two now get away from Dimitrova. It's Noches de Rosa 3/4 of a length. Quero is a tracking second. Dimitrova is 3 lengths from the leader in third, and Megahertz has to be 10 or 12 behind Dimitrova. That puts her 15 off the pace. They went by the first quarter in a dawdling 25-4. If Megahertz wins today, it'll be her finest hour. She's going to have to make up a lot of ground and do it into soft fractions. Quero and Noches de Rosa quicken just a bit up the backstretch, and Quero puts her head in front. Noches de Rosa right there at the rail. Dimitrova gets the perfect trip. She's now 2.5 lengths behind front runners that are even going into the far turn. They picked up the second quarter 49-2 to the half mile. Megahertz is still 15 or 18 lengths behind as they leave the backstretch. Quero takes charge. It is Quero to the quarter pole. Now Dimitrova is going to come after her. Noches de Rosa's back in third, and Dimitrova makes her move. Megahertz would absolutely have to fly. She's still 12 from the front, and they head for home. Quero's at the rail. Dimitrova to the outside. Noches de Rosa. Megahertz has drawn within 7 of the lead. She is closing, but she's got a lot of ground to come. Noches de Rosa between horses. Dimitrova to the outside. Quero at the rail. Megahertz now has 5 to come, and Noches de Rosa has retaken the lead. Quero, Megahertz flying late. Noches de Rosa. Mike Smith magic. Noches de Rosa wins the Gamely.
Noches de Rosa, who is now 2 for 2 with Megahertz. They've got a bit of a rivalry going, this time picking up a length victory over the willing Megahertz. She charged very, very strongly late. She had too much to do after lagging behind in the early going. Behind very slow fractions, 25.40, 49.57. They did pick things up coming home, but she had much too much to do. Quero back in the 3rd spot after being involved in the pace early. Dimitrova a little bit disappointing, finishing 4th and last in this field. The winner, Noches de Rosa, is a 6-year-old dark bay or brown mare, a daughter of stagecraft from Night Girl by Noble Fighter. She was bred in Chile by Aris Don Alberto, owned by Diamond A Racing and trained by Richard Mandela. Ridden to victory by Mike Smith, Noches de Rosa covers the 1 1/8 on the turf course at Hollywood in 1:48-1. We're going to be heading right back to that turf course now for the Shoemaker Breeders' Cup Mile, a flat mile for the older horses on the turf, Grade 1 status. Let's head back to Hollywood and the running of the Shoemaker.
They're off. Good start for Glick and Singletary. Designed for Luck is into the bit. These three are quickest. Sweet Return, Momentum, and Zagain are next. Then King of Happiness, and the early trailer is Del Place. It is Glick fastest at the clubhouse turn. He's a half length in front of Designed for Luck, who secures a good striking position in second. Singletary is willing at the rail. He's tucked in third. Sweet Return just outside of him. Momentum is 3 deep to the backstretch. He's 3.5 lengths off the lead. Zagain is at the rail. He's got 5 to come. King of Happiness is second to last with 7 lengths to make up, and Del Place is at the back of the 61st Shoemaker Mile field as there's 4.5 furlongs left to go, and Glick is the boss. It is Glick at the half-mile pole. He has opened up a 2-length lead on Designed for Luck. Singletary and Sweet Return eyeball each other and the front runner. They're 2.5 off the lead. Zagain and Momentum have 4.5 to come. King of Happiness is still 6 off the lead, and Del Place is the trailer as they leave the backstretch. Glick has the lead, but now once again only a half length as Designed for Luck is alongside in second. Singletary's gonna need a way through. Sweet Return is in the clear 3 deep. Then comes Del Place again, Momentum and King of Happiness, and they head for home in the Shoemaker Mile, and Designed for Luck makes his move. It is Designed for Luck to the final furlong. He's a length and a quarter in front of Sweet Return. Singletary's out now, and here comes Singletary on the blitz. It is Designed for Luck. Singletary trying to gun him down in the Shoemaker Mile. Designed for Luck from the back of the bags again. Designed for Luck. Singletary, Designed for Luck. Designed for Luck wins the Shoemaker Mile, a length and a quarter.
Designed for Luck getting his first Grade 1 victory. This horse has run at all levels, including some claiming company. Did finish first in the Hollywood Derby of 2000, was DQ'd, and has not yet gotten back into the winner's circle following a Grade 1. Here finally gets into that position with a 1.5 length victory just off the early pace, pouncing at the top of the stretch and holding off the late charge of Singletary. Zagain back in the 3rd spot after chasing in the early going, held on well at 10-1. The favorite in the field was Sweet Return. It was a little bit of a disappointment after stalking the pace. He finished 5th in the field of 8. The winner, Designed for Luck, is a chestnut gelding, a son of Rahi from Fantastic Look by Green Dancer. He was bred in Kentucky by Mr. and Mrs. John Mabey. Owned by David and Holly Wilson and trained by Vladimir Serin. Ridden to victory by Pat Valenzuela. Designed for Luck covers the flat mile and the Hollywood turf course in 1:32 and 4. We're going to head home to New York now for a trio of stakes races on the holiday weekend, all from Belmont Park, and we are going to begin with the running of the Sheepshead Bay at Belmont Park on Saturday. Older fillies and mares going a distance of ground on the turf in Grade 2 company. Let's head to Belmont in the running of the Sheepshead Bay.
And they're off. Moscow Burning comes away first. Alternate is right there with her. Meridiana was off a bit slowly on the outside, but they've got a long way to go. Spice Island has found a way to the inside immediately beneath Cherry Bailey. So as they move by us for the first time, it's going to be Moscow Burning who takes the early initiative. And that being done, Mike Smith takes her in hand, and they're just waltzing over through the first quarter mile here. Meridiana, well settled, second on the outside, alternate third. Now Spice Island's been taken to the outside to run in 4th position. Saved by the Light, Andover Lady, and Miss Helly complete the field. Around the first turn, Moscow Burning leads the way. The opening quarter, 25 1/5 seconds. There's a mile remaining here, and it's Moscow Burning clear by 2. Meridiana tracking intently, in no hurry to move yet. Meridiana on hold while running along in second. Alternate is also well in hand third. Spice Island rating well and moving comfortably while 4th and in the clear. Saved by the Light is running about 4.5 lengths from the lead. Andover Lady's been guided to the outside. Miss Helly is the trailer, about 7 lengths from the lead after an opening half mile in 51 2/5 seconds over the yielding going. They continue their run down the backstretch. Moscow Burning settle down the lead, just cruising right along with no challengers yet with 5 furlongs to go. Meridiana continues to sit chilly while running along in second. Spice Island's been maneuvered to the outside for a clear run toward the lead. Alternate down toward the inside, only 2 lengths from the front. Andover Lady, Saved by the Light, and Miss Helly. The field moving into the far turn, 3/4 up in 17 3. Now they're beginning to pick it up, and it is Moscow Burning who lets it out a notch, quickly opening up by a length and a half. Moscow Burning and full of run as they come toward the top of the stretch. Meridiana still running in second. Spice Island's in a drive, but she's still 3.5 lengths behind. Alternate is fourth toward the rail as Moscow Burning turns for home with Meridiana to the attack at the top of the stretch. Spice Island now is resurgent and coming on the outside. 1 furlong to go. Moscow Burning, 2.5 length lead. Spice Island trying to get to her as they come down to the final 16th. Meridiana is third. They're coming down to the finish. Moscow Burning still in front. Spice Island a final try, but they come down to the line, and Mike Smith has taken Moscow Burning wire to wire to win the Sheepshead Bay.
Moscow Burning pulling off a bit of an upset on a yielding surface here, goes to the front and slows the pace down nicely under Mike Smith and had a length advantage over Spice Island with Meridiana back in the third spot. Spice Island has been an absolute monster in her most recent starts, was disappointing here, not able to run by the winner. Nonetheless, a nice effort on off going. The winner, Moscow Burning, kind of an interesting horse. She has run as low as some claiming company out in California. She ships in to New York for her connections and picks up her first graded stakes victory. Moscow Burning is a 4-year-old bay daughter of Moscow Ballet from Burning Desire by Mr. Leader. She was bred in California by Harris Farms Incorporated and the Ken Matty Trust, owned by Jeff Mariani, Michael Nentwig, and Dallas Van Kempen, trained by Jim Cassidy, and ridden to victory by Mike Smith. Moscow Burning covers the mile and 3/8 on the yielding turf in 2:18.1. We're going to head right back to the Belmont Turf Course for the running of the Grade 3 Jaipur. One of my favorite races because it's a 7-furlong sprint on the turf, $100,000 for the older horses. Let's head back down to Belmont and the running of the Jaipur.
And they're off. Bandon Boston comes away first. He's crafty is right there. Great Notion under an energetic ride early is looking for the lead on the inside. He's crafty. Great Notion head-to-head for the lead. Bandon Boston now backs off a bit to run in third. Multiple Choice is rating back and forth. And it's a break of another 2.5 lengths back. And the Gray Mare Dedication is down toward the inside, moving up in fifth position now. Geronimo is in between horses, unswept in the clear on the outside. 5 lengths back to Lismore Knight, who trails the field. He's crafty, and Great Notion really slugging it out here on the lead. The opening quarter goes in 22 2/5 seconds. Bandon Boston 2 lengths behind the Multiple Choice. Fourth toward the inside. Unswept is now fifth. Geronimo in between horses, 6. Dedication bottled up with nowhere to go on the rail. Lismore Knight is revving up for the back of the pack. And the field coming to the top of the stretch. Great Notion with a narrow lead. He's crafty is there. Bandon Boston makes his move now. Multiple Choice in behind the lead. Dedication looking for a way off the inside. At the top of the stretch, Bandon Boston comes away with the lead. Dedication is right there. Lismore Knight coming on the far outside. And Multiple Choice, they're in the final furlong. And here comes Dedication on through. Dedication's got a short lead. Multiple Choice right at her throat latch. Multiple Choice surges past to win. Multiple Choice wins by a neck. Dedication was second. Photo for third.
All I can say about this horse going on the turf course is why were they waiting so long with Multiple Choice? He does have nice turf pedigree. A son of Mount Livermore from a Stormbird mare, switches onto the turf off of a 10-race losing streak. Perhaps the plan here from Jimmy Jerkins was just to shake this guy up a bit, but it certainly was successful as Multiple Choice, who's been competitive with Graded Stakes Company, sprinting in New York for a number of years, gets back in the winner's circle for the first time in 10 races, picking up the victory at 14-1, second longest price on the board over Dedication, the favorite, a filly taking on males here off a very impressive win, her first start in New York, last time out in the Beaugay. Geronimo finishing in the third spot after a bumpy start, a little bit of bumping on the backstretch between Dedication and Geronimo, but Dedication obviously got the better of that rival at the end. Geronimo, however, stuck around well to finish third. The winner, Multiple Choice, a 6-year-old bay gelding, a son of Mount Livermore from Lady of Choice by Stormbird, was bred in Kentucky by Peter Blum. He is owned by his breeder and trained by Jimmy Jerkins, making his turf debut, a Graded Stakes winning one. Multiple Choice under Javier Castellano covers the 7 furlongs on a good turf course in 1:22.1. We're going to head back to New York now for our final race of the weekend, the Grade 1 Metropolitan Handicap, the Met Mile, an historic race, a very popular race now with those looking to create interest in a young horse as a potential stallion. A terrific field, one of the best fields assembled all year long. Let's head down to New York now in the running of the Met Mile.
And they're off. Funny Side and Pico Central break well from their outside post, and Strong Hope is right up there. Pico Central and Strong Hope hook up in the first furlong. Funny Side is reined in, and Azeri comes through on the inside to be third. Geigestar is fifth, and in between horses, Bowman's Band sixth. Eye of the Tiger slips through between horses to be seventh now. Mobile is eighth, 4 lengths back to Sarland. Up the backstretch, Strong Hope, the opening quarter, 23 and 2/5 seconds. Strong Hope in front, and Pico Central sitting chilly there beneath Alex Solis. And the reigning horse of the year, Azeri, is third. The Derby winner, Funny Side, is fourth. Geigestar is fifth on the outside. Bowman's Band, then Eye of the Tiger, 7 lengths back to Mobile. And the trailer is Sarland. Around the far turn after a half in 46 seconds flat. Strong Hope still holding that lead. Pico Central glued to him at the midway point on the turn. Here comes Geigestar to join the fray on the outside, and he's now running third. Azeri fourth toward the inside. Funny Side is only 3 lengths from the lead. Eye of the Tiger swings into action on the outside. Bowman's Band is in behind horses, and Sarland's getting underway. And the field turns for home. Pico Central, Strong Hope, and there's nothing between those two. Geigestar is third. Funny Side behind horses fourth. Azeri toiling down toward the inside fifth. Bowman's Band is a late threat. They're in the last furlong, and Pico Central takes the lead. Strong Hope gives way. Bowman's Band coming under a rousing ride by Jorge Chavez, but it's going to be Pico Central to win. Pico Central wins the Met Mile by 3/4 of a length. Bowman's Band was finishing second, followed by Strong Hope third. It was close for fourth between Funny Side and Geigestar.
Pico Central and Alex Solis back in New York and back into the winner's circle. Last time this guy shipped in, he picked up an impressive win in the Carter over Strong Hope. Those two matching strides in the early going. Strong Hope did end up drawing clear to about a half a length advantage, but Pico Central never gave him a breather and was able to hold on very nicely from the late charging Bowman's Band, who couldn't catch a break. He'd had some trouble. Once again found himself in tight as he did down in Florida in the Don Handicap. Didn't get shut down as he did down in Florida, but still had a little bit of traffic trouble. At 18-1, he was flying late. Strong Hope goes off as the favorite, just under 2-1. Ends up holding on well to finish third after being involved in the pace. Disappointing in here was Azeri, who was hustled up inside of horses in the early going, trying mails for the first time, receiving a rider switch for the first time in her career. Pat Day was aboard. She had been ridden, of course, by Mike Smith throughout the earlier portion of her career. No report as of the time we're recording this race as to any follow-up on Azeri's disappointing performance. She did finish 8th in the field of 9, but very impressive effort now. Pico Central, a multiple Grade 1 winner in New York. Funny Side, by the way, did run fairly close to horses and ran fairly well, held on to finish 5th in the field. Not a bad performance, a little bit on the one pace side, but I don't think he was any match for the top 2 in here. And Bowman's Band, again, looked like he had a very rough trip, but still did run well to finish second. The winner, Pico Central, is a bay 5-year-old horse, a son of Spend a Buck from Sheila Purple by Purple Mountain. Bred in Brazil by the Aras Fronteira and owned by Gary Tanaka, trained by Paulo Lobo, and ridden to victory by Alex Solis. Pico Central covers the 1 mile on the 111th running of the Metropolitan Handicap in a rather leisurely 1:35.2. That's going to wrap up a very busy week's worth of stakes racing action. We hope you've enjoyed the program, and we'll be able to join us again next week for an even busier edition, the Belmont Stakes edition of Horses and Courses. Always a stakes-laden week at Belmont Park. We hope you do enjoy this week's worth of racing action at Belmont. It should be a terrific week with stakes racing beginning on Thursday and carrying right through Sunday afternoon. So enjoy a very, very nice week of racing as we're looking forward to the chance for yet another Triple Crown winner in Smarty Jones this coming Saturday. Thanks again for joining me. I'm Jean Wood. We'll see you all back here next time on Horses and Courses.